course, FlyQuest need to grab their jungler. Shake! Whoa! Yes! Oh, baby! Yeah, Moon smiling and nodding. Shaco in the jungle is here. Ooh, this could be good by Sven, though. Nice hook on a ball. That was beautifully executed. The hook lands as well from Hauntzer. First blood into the top lane.
They made it look so easy. We've been so distracted by Shaco. We're missing out on the other storylines, right? Hauntzer had the early level 1 trade on balls, harassed him actually quite low there, and then they kill balls before he can even react.
Quick reset coming down, and most of these lanes have been trading close to equal. Oh, Sven. Ooh, okay. Good ward. Hello. Just kidding. Land the Q. Come on. Huh. Do it. Yeah. Jeez, High's almost dead. All right, that went well for Sven Skaren. This turret's already dead.
Trying to get a little bit of CS/prevent the turret from going down.
Ooh, a lot of damage on the Sven. Q's actually has to flash away because he had aggro, and now Lemon's in. Two ships gonna hit him in the back.
Moon still has Ignite. Bjerg still has ult, but no mana.
All right, they are gonna get away with it, and the turret is gonna stay alive. Moon rushing for the T-Mat for clear speed. Now that's gonna be the turret. They just put in the effort, and it's close. A few more autos will do it, and looks like the minion wave. Ooh, he doesn't want to go for the risk. Exhaust is on. They might have the damage. Bjergsen still has flash, and that knockback was crucial to keep himself alive.
It really was. I like the initiative by TSM to try and get that turret, but they haven't got it yet, and now Balls TP's in.
Yeah, but Balls couldn't reach for the flash W. Nice lockup by Hauntzer, buying a bit more time. Now Hauntzer himself forced to run. Does have the flash, cuts the wall, and he'll get away. This is TSM playing very aggressively, trying to capitalize on their lead. Make sure it comes through. And at this point, unless you can insta-clear the wave, this is going to be a killed turret. Elimination wants to tank it. You see he runs forward. Balls is there.
Oh, man.
Finds Bjergsen, and that's the kill. FlyQuest able to answer one. The root going to land on Biofrost as well. Bubble only hits Lemon, but in the back line they go, clearing the minions out. That is a crucial save by FlyQuest, getting the members there.
And we're seeing those leads open.
Ooh.
It's a matter of playing back.
Nicely done by Sven. That might have actually been blind. I don't think there was any vision. Oh, no, they had a ward right there, but still very nicely played by him to land that last hit. Unlucky for Moon. High gets stunned up. The kick it back in, and it's going to be lights out for Corki. Nice kill picked up Sven, and Bjergsen delivering.
Super dead. Looks like he kind of either got interrupted out of his Valkyrie over the wall there by a Scatter the Weak. So you can still just kind of get some of that burst resilience he's going to need as well, because against a Shaco, that is a threat early on of jungler trying to come in and burst you, but he's going top for Hauntzer. He's got all summoners up there.
They landed a fear. They're going to land a two-man tidal wave almost. Lemonation locked up with the bubble. Flashing, but Sven's already there. Q's going to land. Now can they get much more? Altec in a bad spot. There's the kick back into the rest of the team. Nowhere for Altec to go, and Sven is absolutely everywhere. Even Q's back to the minion wave to make it look even cooler. 4-0, all of the kills on this Lee Sin.
Yes, Sven Skaren's consistently been in exactly the right place at the right time, but that one was actually pretty obvious that FlyQuest shouldn't have been up that far because Moon had just shown top lane. Now Moon's going to try and get something back, but it's tough to dive at Nautilus.
It's going to be hard right now. Actually, Balls still holding aggro. Jukes it back down. Now it's Moon. He might die for this one.
Oh, it's
That's
switched.
way too much damage. Yeah, he dropped aggro, and the close not going to do any damage. What a catastrophically bad dive.
Exactly. What happened there is Moon, pretty much everything went wrong. Shaco, taking so many games to master, has put in the time on it, but
he's going to be on Bjergsen, though.
Bjergsen.
Going to land this slow, going to land a whole crap ton of damage, forcing the flash out. Moon doesn't quite dodge it well enough. Ulti goes on to the correct one. Bjergsen guesses right, takes him out. Another kill, another backfired gank from Moon.
This game and this series, incredibly important for the rest of TSM's outlook for Spring Split.
Absolutely agree, and TSM starting to look pretty good here in this one. Slow and secured, playing it well. A stun. Elimination is going to die right off the bat. Bjergsen gets the solo kill. Now the re-engage. They've actually traded one back. Nicely done. High gets the kill credit as Bjergsen goes down. Another 4v4 is here. Balls is going to land a... Oh, look at the damage output there. They might get a little bit more. Can they find these kills? TSM running. Wildcode is slow, but the sapling snipe comes in. High is in the fray as well, and Turtle just barely lives. Sven delivers a shield, and I can't believe TSM survived off that. The Drake and the 1-for-1. FlyQuest have to get something out of this.
And I do kind of almost want to call out, like, the Ignite on Shaco stopped him from getting in. If that's a flash Shaco, he makes it completely in and is able to burst him down a little bit with the Tiamat. And now they go for a siege, but TSM trying to turn it around. Missed Q by Sven Skaren.
Also trying to tank it up. High getting kicked around. I'll take this of HP, and that 2v4 turret defense plays out nicely. TSM don't lose anything off the fact their mid laner died, and they're back on the map, pretty much full HP, ready to keep going.
One thing I will say about... Oh, as they potentially catch High, this could be a fight.
He's going to be playing too aggressively. That's going to be a nice route, almost killing him off. Another re-engage. What a kick! In for Sven Skaren, delivers High, but he's going to barely sneak back out. A Fear and a Hauntzer. Can they find much more? Balls going to land the root again, and he's going to kill off Bjergsen. He pops the he gets it. Well, it's going to lose his life. It's going to be 1-for-1. Wild Turtle down to 50 HP again, and High. Woo. gets the exhaust down in time to not die to Sven. Another incredibly tight 1-for-1. TSM looking to take control of this one.
Arrow.
And actually, most teams have been missing this game. They've been juked away properly. Stun's going to land on the balls. Doesn't really mean a whole lot there from Hanser. Maybe a bit of a wasted ult. Hooks back in on a high. That's some good damage. Bubble land as well. Big by Biofrost High trying to run, and Sven Skaran kills him off. That's a worthy trade, even though Altec does kill him. But look at that on the front line. Altec cannot withstand Hanser's damage, and Balkan do the same thing. Elimination dropping to Bjergsen in the back lines, and now Moon is suddenly sad and alone and running away and hiding. TSM in complete control out that fight.
Yeah, two big things to call out in that fight was Sven Skaran getting the angle and landing a Q through just chaos, and then the fact that FlyQuest just could not deal with Hanser. This game, playing it a little bit more measured.
You can see that all North American LCS teams have a very good win rate.
Nice shot.
A lead. The jump comes in. They can't quite take the blue buff away. It's going to go to high. Doesn't mean much just yet, but ball's down in the front line. Redemption going to buy a bit more, and Moon chunked out nearly dead. Oh, that was his clue, and I take it back. But it's still going to be balls dropping out 1-for-0 on this. They kite away. Elimination now going to be stunned. Biofrost the bubble, and Hanser getting the kill credit on this one. Deservedly so, I think. 2-0 on that fight. TSM doing everything they possibly want here in these battles.
Yeah, Moon definitely anti-hyping the Shaco pick so far. Shaco pick, we've never decided on the correct pronunciation because we never see him, but just hallucinating at random times in these fights, and it's not showing much effectiveness. With two people dead now, it's going to be a very hard Baron to stop. Moon trying to be as sneaky as possible. Invisible blast code!
Jumps over the wall, takes a whole ton of damage. He can't get away in time. They might kill Wild Turtle. High is trying, and he gets the one shut down, but here's the backup into the Baron. It will be secured, but can't complain too bad about a 1-for-1 fight. But that Baron, definitely no chance of going away now. Nicely picked up. TSM in more control, and High. Flash Q, he's going to go down. Exhaust. Oh! High, that was pretty freaking nice. The Hex Drinker was up. He's dead now. He's dead. He's gone.
He's definitely dead.
Killed him.
Okay.
But that was actually pretty slick. 2 for 2, 2 Baron buffs off. Better than the average expectation over there.
A dodge is the first skill shot. Hex Drinkers prevents him from dying.
And he's got no cooldown.
And then an exhaust on what was the Thunderlord's proc from Bjergsen that I believe would have killed. And Bjergsen goes, wow, nice job, High, because that was unexpected.
They don't have that same tank killing. And
yeah, this is really interesting, actually. They're trying to get multiple turrets. The question is, though, TSM, with this numbers advantage, is going to push through to try and end the game. Nexus turrets are next up, because there are 3 people that haven't recalled yet. How much can they get on here before FlyQuest can teleport back?
All right, here we go. On to the Nexus turrets right now. Hook on a High. That could be the game-winning pick. He's going to be kicked off, and there he goes down. Tidal Wave helping with that one. 1 turret gone. Svensker on a half. Ultex back in the fray. The root's going to be nicely get damage on a Hanser, but it just is irrelevant. The hook on Lemon. He's got a flash out as well. Nice knockup. Biofrost with this kill as well. On to the Nexus turret number 2. It's going to go down quickly. Svensker dropping the aggro. Ball's going to drop next off. That's already 3 for nothing. Looking for the 4th. It's going to be right on the Moon's face, and now Altec's got nothing left to do. That's going to be the game. TSM controlled the whole way through. Take down game 1, looking to cement the week as a 2-0 against Cloud9 and former Cloud9 as FlyQuest dropped game 1.
I'm expecting, a lot of 1-3-1 from TSM. They have to play much differently when they have Renekton Echo as their solo laners.
No doubt, we are on the internet. We must jump to conclusions at all times. TSM officially the best team in North America. Pandering to the audience is easy, but honestly, it's going to be a very fun game right here as Moon is battling TSM out of his own jungle. And will just stay delayed for now. Woo! Actually, Bjergsen, he'll live, but he's hurt. And I actually wonder if Altec should have flash out of that.
Moon wanted to continue to clear the Raptor camp. Maybe punches him with that early gank.
Early gank. Look at the damage output. It doesn't even matter who got the kill. Oh, he gets him just barely in the end. Moon gets away with it. And maybe it was intentional. The level 2 power spike might have helped it. There we go. A fight into the top lane, but guess what? There's a Graves around, and Hanser's missing flash. Svenskaren's in here. They know he's here. Ball's going to take the crit, take a fair bit of damage. Oh, he's got rooted. This is bad news. He's got to flash away after the ulti just to buy himself some time. But that's a difference in power spike. Turtle actually going to lose 400 HP, and maybe they can find something to do. No, not easily. Shockwave actually lands on a Bjergsen. Ults back to half HP, but still some good damage. Moon wants in the flash Q. Forcing the flash out of Bjerg. We know that Sven wants around. He's actually got a lot of ferocity and losing a lot of HP on the back end. 200 HP, ulti gets him! Overextension for Sven, didn't have to take the fight and gets blown up by Graves.
But Hanser immediately teleported back, never gave up the minion advantage, and is consistently out farming balls with this counter pick that he had the choice of Renekton over the Nautilus. And It's going to be FlyQuest having to consistently pull off plays to try and gain the lead.
Look at the play now for the Drake. Double hit right there is nice. Arrow goes wide. They finish the Cloud, but Moon is going to lose his life for that one. And now Ball's actually a late TP. Gets kind of caught out here. Looking for the re-engage, though, is high. Looking for Biofrost. Ballster running. Haunter going to be rooted up by elimination. Look to the left side. It's high. Running away from Bjergsen. Flashing the wall. Rejoins the rest of FlyQuest, but Haunter is still on the push. Blast code in for Bjergsen. They've cut high with another stun. Here goes Parallel Convergence. It's not going to mean much, but it's still the kill on the high. That's 2 for 0 as payment for the Cloud Drake.
Thing that would make it worse is if High would have brought Exhaust on the Orianna. Abnormal Summer Spell and Heal. But here they go for a dive, potentially.
Stun onto Altec. Do they want in? Okay, no, just going to kill the minions off and spin. Okay, heals, and he's going to get away pretty cleanly. That's first turret gold. That's another big spike of 1,000, basically, going into the pockets of TSM.
Push it in, then you rotate mid. You kind of go in turns sometimes. Now they go for dive.
And the stun lands on a Moon. Look at the damage about to come out of this Rengar. Mid turret's going to be dropped soon enough, but they first got the kill on a Wild Turtle. I missed that, but somehow that happened. Moon, though, overextends. Didn't need to run forward. Gets killed, but now falls once in. Bjergsen missing the ulti. He's going to get stunned. Going to take the damage. They picked that one up. 2-1 overall in favor of FlyQuest, and now Hanser's going to run away. That should be mid lane outer, should be traded back.
FlyQuest fighting back very well here, and Wild Turtle was pushed up to try and land the Ash Arrow. So I think that's probably when High gets him with the Shockwave.
We pulled aggro.
Pulled turret aggro into a Shockwave, and High gets him with pretty much every spell on Orianna. Really nicely done by High's Orianna right there. But even though it has a lot of carry potential, a very teammate reliant role.
Yeah.
But here we go. Dive top.
Dive onto Balls. He's got no HP to stand behind. He's trying, but it's not going to happen. Plenty comes out from Hanser. They're going to drop aggro and finish the turret in a second.
Exactly.
Just a surprising choice, but I guess I see it.
I've seen more and more Sterix gauge as Rengar comes in. It's to hopefully prevent being assassinated.
Oh, Arrow's gonna hit elimination. If someone had the die, I guess it's the support, and they in fact don't really pull the trigger. They know he's not that valuable. Balls TP'd in. Hanser got to save his. He just walked into that fight. He's gonna flash for the ulti onto Hanser. Plenty of damage on Renekton. He is pretty squishy. Chakra Beans a bit more, and they will pick him off. Turns out that's a really good play to go for. The flash ult for Balls gives him a kill.
Yeah, anytime FlyQuest can force a 5v5, they want to go for it. And that's keyed by the Nautilus initiation right there. So TSM actually decides not to fully collapse in on this, and FlyQuest actually, instead of going to side lanes, is just continuing to hammer it down mid lane, but Bjergsen's on the split push right now as well.
Okay, well, running it down mid's going to work this time around. Inhibitor should be taken, and they will push faster than Bjergsen himself, but of course now Balls is here to defend. Turret itself will still die, but Bjergsen getting a bit injured. You can see in the picture-in-picture he gets his stun, and he's going to be okay in the duel. But that is still inhibitor turret for inhibitor turret, but an extra inhibitor itself killed off by FlyQuest.
So FlyQuest laser focused with that mid lane control and going right back at it again.
Flashing by High, gets the flash out of Wild Turtle. That slow would have been enough to get the rest of the team to pick him off. Shockwave would have been following closely, obviously.
So maybe that can be equalized. Nice juke on the Ash Arrow, but TSM's going to continue to try and flank.
Then in an elimination, lands the root. Bjergsen wants in for more, forcing the flash, nearly gets the kill. Ult's right back out though. Tidal Wave popped, and now's the re-engage time. Bjergsen slowed once, twice. Gonna go towards Biofrost instead, and the fourth shot gonna land on a Nami, half HP, but heals and walks out.
Now sets them up for a power play, knowing that Hanser's teleport is down, but this is a very, very risky Baron call.
Are we gonna try for it anyway though? FlyQuest gonna pull in the teleport from Balls. They know Hanser can't be around, so they've got to rush this quickly. Svenskeren does have flash, does have smite, and it's FlyQuest who pull off instead. They find the stun, the root on a turtle, and they try to zone out Bjergsen. The pick is onto one of the marksmen. And now can they find a little bit more? Elimination injured though. The Redemption didn't get a lot of healing through. It was aimed a bit forward.
High is very famous for aggressive Baron calls. They're going to keep at this and force TSM to come in.
They got Bjergsen though. They jump into Altec. The stun's going to be there as well. Shockwave catches them out though, and they picked up Bjergsen. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Look at the backline of Svenskeren. Can't kill off High. A triple kill for Moon. It's a 4-for-1. And FlyQuest, the tenacity pays off. They're going to get the Baron. It's a 4 Baron buff, I believe. FlyQuest here, and they can take a lot.
Just a desynced arrow, but they're going to try and do a double flank right here with their solo lanes.
Almost found the stun, actually. Bjergsen had jumped in on parallel convergence, but had to ult back out, so he's missing the R button. And here's the re-engage. Oh, Sven on the back line! He catches off Altec, and he's going to flash to safety. You've got another flank coming in. This is dangerous now. FlyQuest have to run. They're in a 4v5. And TSM looking to grab everything they can. Balls thankfully is tanky, but the bubble's gonna land, gets a stun. High flashes, and he takes him out from almost full HP, and Biofrost is next, the mid laner, who even needs a marksman in the bot lane. They're killing everybody, a triple kill for High. He's looking for more of the shockwave, and a kill out of it. He's got 4. It's on to Bjergsen. He got one yesterday, and High gets him back for it. That was amazing, High, piloting the team to a beautiful game 2. Into the mid lane they go.
Oh my goodness, the second pentakill of the NALCS split. Both of them on Orianna, this time against Bjergsen, who got one yesterday. And I think that's potentially game. 10 seconds left on Wildturtle and Biofrost. The gold is still even, but they're going for the win.
They're going for it now. They've got him anyway. They got the Baron buff. Nexus turret number 1 under fire. Turtle and Biofrost alive. This will be close. Turret number 2 hit, bubble on elimination, respawns in 3 seconds. Now Svenskaren's gonna be in the mix, onto the Nexus. I don't know if it's gonna happen. High can be assassinated, they jump into him, he's got the shield, he's trying to run away. Elimination could die, Ball's taking it up, they're trying to kill off Sven, and it's 6 in a row now for High. Running those shockwave catches 2 more, but he should be killed by the slow, and there's a shutdown. It's gonna be 2 for 1 this fight, and actually Bjergsen gets him on the backside. TP flank comes in. 3-1 fight lead for TSM off the Nexus turret kills.
Woo, it exposed Nexus, and finally, an outer turret goes down. We almost
the first of the game.
With neither of those side lane outer turrets going down, but boy, to pick up the second pentakill right here, a day after the first one. Bjergsen did it with the same champion,
same champion,
and the same build, and I think he ended up with the same amount of kills after the fight. Look at that, 7,822 damage. High, popping off.
I think that's more than all of TSM, more than the rest of his team individually. And here they're looking for the mid lane. There's the haste, and poor Turtle is trying to run away. Oh, narrowly dodges the 2 shots. He would have died to Altec if those 2 curtain call shots came through, but there's no turrets mid lane. They're just gonna go for it.
Yeah, and the key here for FlyQuest is to make sure they don't get flanked. That's the only way that TSM is gonna stop them right here. Svenskaren's gonna wanna get in on it. Bjergsen doesn't have teleport, Hanser does, so FlyQuest want to just run it up mid and kind of win this game, but they have to do it slowly.
It's only, ooh, he actually catches the minions. There's actually a control over to allows him to pull minion aggro.
The minion aggro doesn't matter though, there's no turret that they need to pull.
And they're gonna go in, and Svenskaren's gonna get pushed back. Here comes a big stun, Moon in the front line, Shockwave catches nothing, ults it back, and High still getting chased down by Hanser, but stays alive. It's a 1-for-1 tank. Or sorry, top lane for support. Ball's taken up, but he's gonna get dropped, and they can't kill off Bjergsen in time. Ooh, 2 for 1, favor TSM. Compositionally, they might be better. They just gotta play around it right.
They know it's an open Nexus, so they can group up, push right through, but once again, the flank should come immediately.
Okay, they're cutting back. They know that Rengar's behind.
Renekton's here.
On the other side, he jumps in, gets the stun onto Altec, flashes away to safety. Still trying to look for this big redemption, gonna come across it High, running out of HP, and he dies. Flash doesn't mean anything. Moon can't kill Turtle either. It's a 2 for 0, and it's gonna be a whole lot more quickly. TSM gonna find their 3rd, and they can start pushing down the base.
Oh man, this is getting rough for FlyQuest as 2 runs in a row didn't work.
They couldn't dodge all the shots. Huge play by Altec, turns one back. It's only a 4v2 now.
But Baron is up without Smite. A very contentious situation
right here. But they'll go mid. You can't take Baron without losing your base.
It is an open Nexus, but also the inhibitor. Can TSM finish Baron and recall before that happens? Because there's no one to interrupt recalls. This is going to be close. Who's back to stop it?
No one's back to stop it. It's going to be them taking down the inhibitor itself. Okay, Bjergsen's running up the base. They can hear when Parallel Convergence is cast, and they don't have enough time. You just gotta play it right. Now the play in towards High. Shockwave buys a bit of time. Ball's gonna be here as well. Hanser, again, not the tankiest, but has Guardian Angel. And we know Svenskaren does a lot of damage. They get that kill as well. High just being attacked by the double attack damage. The base build does not help you against that. Buying that instead of a zone use or something, maybe a significant mistake. TSM now pushing in the bot lane with the Baron buff at a 5v4.
And this is huge. They can't necessarily flank him in the base, but with Orianna done, FlyQuest doesn't have the ability to fight back here. This is at least one inhibitor going down. TSM might go for more.
It's at least the inhibitor. We'll see what else can happen. Tidewave not going to be used to stop curtain call. They don't seem to care about that very much, and all they really got was minions.
Yeah, they're trying to run straight across the base to the other exposed inhibitor since they don't have a minion wave in the mid lane.
Just poke for now. 5v4, you don't want to start the team fight. They know their Nexus is not really in danger just yet, and the arrow's going to land on a balls. Maybe he shouldn't be that far forward, but he'll be okay. 2 ults down for TSM. No TP for high means it can be a pretty safe disengage.
So all TSM want to do is delay until FlyQuest send base defenders, then they can get the Elder Drake.
I don't think it's that important, though, to stop this Elder Dragon until it's a 0-stack Elder Dragon. Like, it exists, it's some burn, but FlyQuest cannot consider this a desperate objective.
If they go 2-0 against C9, as well as FlyQuest, it was
the play on mid.
It's on right now.
2v1 against Balls, but it means the rest of FlyQuest are going down the mid lane to try to win the game. The rest can't defend it, so here they go. The double TP has to leave, but Balls can stop it. Bjergsen trying to cancel some of it. Can he get the auto? He does! He stops it! He stops the TP! Balls valiantly dies to give his team time to win the game. But the teleports are coming in, and I don't know if they can kill the Nexus in time.
Inhibitor's down!
The rest of TSM is here. It's going for Biofrost. Great flash by Turtle. They're going for the Nexus. Moon is trying desperately to take it down. Can he get the attacks? He gets it! FlyQuest wins the game! What a call by High!
And Balls as well with the narrow delay on the teleport from Haunter. High goes down, Lemon goes down, Balls go down, but the Sterix gauge pops at the last few seconds for Moon, allowing him to dash, reload, and get in the final auto attack on that Nexus. That game was looking grim for a while for FlyQuest.
Yep, there's the hover, there's the lock-in. Nami, it is going to be very similar champions to what was picked up before.
Early gank.
All right, looking for it there. The root is on
in
the
front of Haunter.
Moon's got a red. He's got the slow from the smoke cloud. Here comes Svenskar, and this could be a bit dangerous. But it still forces the flash. Well enough played on that gank. Now Balls CC'd. But Sven, again, half HP is not going to find much to do here. Nice chunk on in. A good bit of a heal coming through from Biofrost, and Ultech on the bad end of this. Nicely done by Turtle. The volley actually, I believe, was blocked by Lemon. Nicely done there. Buys about 6 more seconds or so. He stops Svenskaren's recall. Moon's here already, and Flashless. There's the Flash W into the damage. The Q's going to come out soon, but be careful. Svenskaren can do plenty. Jumps right back in. One more hit will do it, and he can't do it. But Sven's low, and that's the forced flash. And, well, it's 2 flashes for 1, but it's a better recall timing for FlyQuest. Now we'll see as High's going to roam down, play for control wards. But Biofrost is already here, and that's going to be, yep, a forced flash. And what's interesting is I feel like High could have cleansed instead and not burn flash. And it was maybe the better choice, to be honest.
He could have. He was not wanting to risk the follow-up Rune Prison after the cleanse debuff kind of wears off. That could have been a potential kill, so really just playing it super
Moon
safe.
sees this, cue the wall. Oh, and Sven actually kind of intentionally stops short, but he doesn't have flash, so it's an easy kill. Thunderlords, the kill comes through to High, and oof. Nice trap by Moon, finds him in the river. Always going to get ults before the duo lane does.
They want to Realm Warp in to get behind him.
Well,
no flash.
Ulti's in. The hook actually lands. Cleanse doesn't mean much. Shockwave pulls in Haunter. Still goes down. High, of course, didn't have flash to get away. Not much he could have done about it. Nicely played. TSM find the kill. You can cleanse out of, I think, a Yasuo R's knockup as well.
Right, because it's coded as a different type of CC as well. But there's another dive going on.
All right, this time Moon might get it right. Lands parts of the Q. The root is still onto Balls. He's tanky enough, but they've got to respect the fact that there's someone else coming in. Sven does have flash, but doesn't go for the hard play. But unfortunately for FlyQuest, all they get is a trade of flashes. So
I would agree too.
Dark Seal and Boots. It's like, but you can just upgrade your different items instead. Sven's actually caught on the wrong side of this fight. Jumps in towards High. TP's coming in. Gonna be matched a little bit later by Balls. Shockwave doesn't get much done in a Bjergsen, and suddenly Moon's alone as well. That is an easy 2 for 0 that FlyQuest did not see coming, it seems. Easy fight for TSM. That's me in most games. I feed a lot. With like 7 average deaths a game, it's actually pretty shameful, even in wins.
It's a stylistic choice.
Yeah. I like to call it a triple-double if I have 10 or more kills, deaths, and assists. Then it sounds good.
In some sports, that's admirable.
Yeah. Less so for this one. The Balls could not possibly won before this. And he's trying anyway because Moon's around, but the bubble lands.
Oh dear.
And he couldn't possibly win before this. He's going to try anyway and just dive for it. Biofrost has aggro, and he flashed away in time. That's an easy kill that Balls should never have given away.
Yeah, Moon was behind him as well, so I think the idea was that they were going to somehow outplay them in that situation, then try and trade a turret down bottom side, but they're really just daring TSM to execute a proper turret dive, and TSM does. TSM comes out on top, but Moon actually moves to the mid lane. Now we got a teleport, so this is that forced action we're talking about. FlyQuest tries to go for it. Okay. It's high risk, though.
2 turrets for 2. Svenskaren's around, no ulti. Here comes Curtain.
Oh, dear.
Are in melee range with Biofrost. 100 HP left on him. Bubble's going to mean not a whole lot. Moon caught by the stuns, though. That's going to be him going down. Sven gets the kill. Shockwave on 2. Sven is almost dead. Heals up, but he just can't quite die. FlyQuest FlyQuest just can't kill him off. They're forced to flash away.
High's out of mana.
Looking for the next one in, and it's going to be High already dead, and Hanser just slinking out. All of the health bars flashing red, but it does not matter. The cleanup is there. That's a 3 for 0, looking to make it 4 if they can.
They will.
And there it is, a double kill in. TSM 4-0 in that fight, a catastrophe for FlyQuest.
Really big moment in the game as far as power spikes go.
Absolutely, there we go, the slow on its
It's
Fertile.
FlyQuest who forces instead.
Flashing out, Balls catches in, and Moon gets the kill, so there's something, and it's actually a penta assist. Everyone actually part of that fight.
Go for a pick anyway. They get it, and now they're forcing TSM into a big play, going for an inhibitor turret. Even in a 4v5, TSM might be able to take him. FlyQuest want it, though.
It's a 3v5 because Svenskern's not in the fight. He was clearing out the mid lane wave, so 3v5 is what they're going to take. They're going to get a lot of damage on a Hanser. Shockwave is available. Hanser's going to die for this one. Maybe a bit of a waste on the Shockwave, but he wanted to predict Flash with it. Though Flash was down, again, wasted ultimate, but that is inhibitor turret down and 2 kills picked up without anything happening. We're looking for Bjergsen. Can he run warp out?
If he doesn't see it coming, he's not going to have time.
Okay, they see him. Can he land CC? Nope.
Yeah.
All right, good escape.
Will Wild Turtle fire an arrow for an initiation, or will he get caught again?
Well, Edge of Night is on. Here's the ulti in. Damage on a Turtle to hit 1 shot. Now looking at Hanser, then back to the mid side. He lands a couple of these hits. Biofrost a little low. Hanser the front side. Bjergsen catches in, though. And it's going to be Elimination stunned up and blown up. He's gone at the start.
Beautiful
and a double bubble means a lot more is going to happen. Redemption to buy some time. A double kill in. Make that a third as Balls is going to drop. And, well, nothing's happening well for FlyQuest at all. It's only High left alive, and he's not going to stop this one. Into Baron TSM goes. TSM split pushing their way in. Ryze and Rengar in the mid lane now ulting down to join Hanser in the bot lane. Bringing a couple minutes with them, and it's going to be the 3v1 against Balls yet again.
Takes a while.
It'll take some time. The Shockwave buys a little bit as well, and maybe this actually works for him. Redemption buys a bit. Still no Hanser. Shot's going to come through. Altek gets a kill. Balls still durable on the front side. Gets away from Bjergsen. Turns out they reacted in time, but Balls is hit up. He gets crit up, and he gets killed off. Nicely played. A 1-for-1. Both teams lose their top laners.
Yeah, a moderate misstep, though, from TSM for sure. Yeah, well, they actually feel like they have an angle onto someone. Hello.
Satchel's over, but he is alone. Now, can he get the reinforcements in time? Here comes the dissonance for the move speed delta. Well, hold on, though, because the rest of the team is still coming into the realm. Warp Shockwave, and yes, it's going to pull in a couple. Good early damage. Biofrost doesn't get hit with the root, though. Sven in the wings, and actually there's no Ashe close by. That is a nice Shockwave, though, well timed by High Moon. Oh, he's gone. He's just done. The arrow and the Svenskern combo comes through, and that means it's the third Cloud Drake easily. Inhibitor turret's harder to kill, so they use this time to go for the durable objective. Altun's going to land on the 3 people. It's still a 5v4. Moon's alive in 4 seconds. And it's enough time for the inhibitor to be killed off. And they go in on a Balls. Look at the damage output there. Back on a Svenskern. They can get it with one more shot, and they do. They pick off the jungler. The over-aggression once again actually turned around. The inhibitor itself actually lives, and TSM must retreat for a bit. Ryze a bit by himself, but he knows what's coming.
Oh, the spell shield is off too!
The shields are there, though, and he's going to be able to walk away. Rengar ults, they know about it. The hook comes in, but Balls is an okay target. They're okay with this. Middle inhibitor open for TSM as well. They're running it down the mid lane, up the gut. They're looking for the damage here. Bjergsen does plenty of damage. Wild Turtle as well. Sven can see FlyQuest running around. That will be inhibitor down. Nicely played TSM. Capitalize off the FlyQuest move.
Yeah,
well done.
Trying to respeed Balls up for a fight. If they could get onto Turtle, remember, still has the flash, but doesn't want to go way too far in, knowing that all ultimates except for Rengar's is up.
Ooh. Maybe aggressive by Hansel, roots into the front line, and Balls is going to when the fight actually starts. Bubble is on, 2-man stun in the back line. Tidal Wave buys a bit more as well, but Curtain Call gets the full channel time, and it's going to be Realmort to get out. TSM don't want to take any more damage. They know they can get forced, and Hanser was too low to team fight.
There's a massive minion wave in the bottom lane right now that may end up taking the majority of the turret by itself, but FlyQuest does love forcing Baron. 10,000 gold down in a 5v5. This is very risky.
Well, they saved their ults. Everything except Maokai and Jhin have ultimates available. Wild Turtle, only one of his, but as you mentioned, there's a minion wave in the bot lane. That turret went down. FlyQuest were only able to pull a teleport cooldown out of that play. And the thing is, now TSM get to run right back over to Baron, and they run fast.
Yeah, and there's no turret to clear out those minions anymore, and not to mention TSM already on the Baron, but at 5v5, it's a little bit smarter with an 11,000 gold lead, but still a chance for FlyQuest to turn the game around if they get the right fight. Balls might have position.
Watch for Shockwave. Balls gets bubbled. That's okay. He's in towards the team. Can they find the intro? His ulti's on. He's waiting to find Bjergsen overextending. He's waiting for the push. Moon can tank this stun. That's okay. Balls still tanky with the shields. damage and a Hunter. Shockwave catches 2. Biofrost and Bjergsen. Biofrost gets away from this one. Elimination chunked out. A cleanse onto Turtle. He went to the front line, but it's traded back in. And it's a 3-for-1. It's all okay for TSM. They got the trade kills. And now somehow 2 have to defend 4 with an open Nexus turrets.
Turtle flanks around the side of that fight. Now TSM's just going for the juggler. They already have 3 down. They want the game.
And they save 10 seconds of move speed by going in. Nexus turret number 1 is gone. And this time around, the Nexus rush should go fast enough. Bjergsen has Zacharone, and doesn't matter. Solo mid's going to close out this series. I have to believe it. 20 seconds of the response. And yesterday they took down Cloud9. Today they take down FlyQuest. TSM take down their toughest opponents in the North American LCS back-to-back. And they improved to 8-2. I would assume they're trying to get the damage down, and the Nexus falls. We are right after all. Well played, TSM. They beat the hardest possible competition at this point in time.
Everybody's hovered Zach. Everybody's giving the tribute to Meteos.
Well, they need the AD.
And there you go.
But that's always what he's trending towards.
Yep, and with the nerfs to both Fire and Malzahar. Oh, he's taking a lot of minion wave damage, by the way.
Baiting in for Meteos. Summoner heal comes out. They turn around on Meteos. Essence Flux. Not enough damage just yet. Not really leveled up, so they can't keep firing in the spells. And then he comes out with a Rabid Dance because he's Impact.
He wants to get Jensen.
Ghost Flash is up. 1 is used. The follow is there. He puts himself just around the turret for a little bit of distance.
And Arrow actually looking mid. They're trying to get Jensen because he has no flash. He does have Ghost, though.
Opening up. He's on the wrong side of town for this one. Jensen goes down. Very quick movement from P1 to start things off around the 8-minute mark as they send bot lane to mid. Mind gaming the abilities while you're farming and just getting up by a few CS. Here he's got to do it with complete ultimates.
And Meteos checked everything. There's nobody else there.
And now he says, ha-ha, wait, I don't have an ultimate. Goes down under his own turret.
Jensen has roamed down to bot, and that was a weird ultimate from Sneaky to put himself out of mana, and they aren't taking it back here, so they're going to fight. There's the TP.
They have those wards just behind. Onto Sneaky, flashes over. Equalizer goes down. He's trying to get himself to the wall with the rest of the mana. No, the team teleports in and gathers together on the ward very nicely in River. Nobody goes down just yet.
They don't get anything for it. Arrow, though, Pops Yomu's going mid here, looking for Jensen.
Oh, Ryu just used the ball and protect, so he's got to wait a bit to get that one out. Dissonance is there. Meteos, does he want in? One last hit. The Shockwave reaches. Wow, interesting ball movement there. Usually the far move will not make it, but Ryu knew the positioning, and they make it count. Cloud9 not really dropping a turret just yet, working off of the map movements and trying to find a kill. I like it.
One for the road?
Yeah, I like it.
Sombrero, it's like...
Look at my pretty hat. You see here again, what happened in the bottom.
Jensen is actually going to ulti out of this gank. Doesn't get CC'd. America. I love that. Every single time.
That's why they play it, right? Soar yourself to safety. That seemed to affect, out of picks and bans, how much they hit Sneaky on the AD carries here. Usually a little bit more power from C9 in the bot lane, a little more respect to be paid. Woo! Up and down.
Pours one out, but Contrax is coming up here. Zig actually doesn't have the internal timing of this. Meteos is a little bit late here. He's gonna have to pop the ulti again.
Throws the ultimate down. Very nice. That was Impact's entry into the fight, as well as Meteos' ultimate audibly turning Cloud9 away.
Impact's fighting him pretty recklessly. Actually, Impact loses this pretty hard. Go home, Gragas, you're drunk.
It sure looks like it. Impact has been trying to hit that. And it's one of the...
Oh,
he throws it to the left. Impact kind of chooses correctly there. I thought it was going to be between the turret. Meteos now coming in to see if he can finish things up. And you can see it right on the side. Body slams in to deny. This could be Meteos going down now. If he tanks up enough, gets the heal through the roar. And gets himself to safety.
Yep.
Miramano finished actually quite a bit ago. Around 23 minutes. Ryu's Shockwaves not on point this game. Missing the kill there on Sneaky. He will get out. And they have guessed correctly.
Oh, choke point! There it is!
Over the wall! Just missing another one, but he causes the flash from Cloud9, and this is where they continue the engage. Curtain call is going to start dropping. He takes down Smoothie. Meteos bounced back by Impact's ultimate as he throws down the cask, and he's trying to get himself out alive.
Adrian?
Almost on the chase. True shot barrage over the wall as Adrian lives. and they can't seem to get the rest of the hits. And Jensen does find Meteos and has the flank, but Vision is on. They're going to slow this one down as both teams have very low members. That's the deadly flourish, just missing contract.
Ooh, that barely missed him too. But that means C9 actually may pick this one up. But I think that was a little bit too hard of a layer there. There's the ultimate again.
Meteos onto Smoothie. He is getting cooked. Another body slam into Meteos. Impact coming up big one more time and stays alive on this run. Jensen, Elmore Pow gets popped up. He goes down. Arrow finalizes that kill. All 5 members of P1 are firing back now. As you can see the assist on that kill sheet. 7-1. Cloud9 tries to hit, and P1 hits back harder.
They do have contracts, though. Might have to go for the steal. The blast cone's still up. There's the TP. They hit contracts. Adrian's knocking him back.
Damage. Adrian may go down here trying to get himself out. He'll live, actually.
Zig sees himself as a carry player, and when they allow him to go off, he does have that ability. P1 are fighting 4v5, though.
They call the cask out.
Nope. Zig up top, still pushing, though.
They're walking over a lot of wards in the jungle, so C9 knows not to fully engage onto this one. Respect called to the top side here as Zig's able to push
Rise
in.
ulti.
335 to 229 for CS and him. They're finally going to try to cut him down. And they do. First death for Zig in the game. 2-1 and 3, but mid lane's getting hit up by P1. Cloud9 is just trying to adapt to what's happening, but then look over their shoulder and see more is falling down.
They'll get 2 turrets here, and that's a trade that I think you take any day of the week. You trade your top laner. Doesn't even have like shutdown gold on him either. It's just 2 and 1 there for 2 turrets. Yeah, definitely take that. 4 people go through. This is a 5-man attempt onto Zig. Zig with the ulti does enough damage. Flame Spitter in the Zhonya's at the start. And that forces multiple people back, so they can't immediately reinforce mid lane. Jensen actually averages the least deaths and losses out of any player in the NALCS at 1.7. And he's never had more than 4 this split.
Whoa, contracts.
Oh, he's caught up.
He could be going down here. First shot, which means the next or follow-up just to the right. He's going to find Smoothie. That's the hit coming in from Meteos. He knows the team's going to come up behind as he draws the exhaust. Well, a few last shots. Zephyr onto Jensen to slow him down so he can't get in and out of the fight. And they're going to be on the inhibitor. 35 minutes, P1 making this one look methodical, and they have all the disengage, even if they do get hit from Adrian. And there's the equalizer from Zig. Jensen gets burned down. P1 from the start in the lead on this one. May get themselves in a bit of trouble as they don't have too many minions, but they're trying to play it smart with 3 members of Cloud9 down.
Yeah, they don't have to go for the Elder Dragon. Ooh, Sneaky does pick up a kill on Meteos, though. Meme Lord down.
That's all he wanted, right? Sneaky shifts out of that, gets himself to safety, but cooked up by Zig almost in the last second. Deathfire not going to hit him, and he gets healed up on the fountain.
There's a possible counter here. There's 4 up for Cloud9, 3 down for P1 for 30 seconds minimum on the next person. Yeah, this is going to be real rough for P1. Looks like they're backing.
Yeah.
They have to seed this over, and that'll put a stopper on them. Give C9 a little bit of time to start taking objectives. Where Elder Dragon could have been what P1 were going for there. Their minion wave was too far away, and nobody on the team had recognized that, and they failed to notice that that was going to be what it was. See 91% apparently. For baiting the dragon, or sorry, baiting the Baron and using the dragon. Oh, he didn't hit anything there.
Shh, be very quiet.
Oh, they're hunting Zigs.
So they find a Zig. Just on the other side as well, they try to do the pincer move on P1. Sonya's focused on the Zig after it comes off. True shot barrage and missed it right behind it. Adrian falls. He only gets an ult out for a second. Cloud9 flips the switch, and now they have control of the game.
Yep, Meteos, though, still alive on the backside, was invisible there.
He was stacking that Muramana, which has picked up a few kills, staving off that P1 entry for a win. In goes Meteos, on to Sneaky, that target getting hit very hard. Smoothie gives Sneaky everything he has, and Impact is the one in the front. He goes down, that's a Guardian Angel.
Jensen
kill him twice, and where will Jensen go? They figure out he's there.
Look for
Ziggs almost goes down, he immediately has to pull out. The team is calling no fight, but contract says go in, draw more out. And this is gonna be a turret for C9, looking for an inhibitor turret in both mid and bot.
Man, C9 with that frontline tank absorbing so much in terms of abilities. Jensen gets the flank off, does about 1,000 damage with the Q to Zig. And that's where you're thinking, man, I even talked about it. I was like, all right, I think the scaling's a little bit better for P1 here in damage, but those fights are so much harder to execute with a full damage composition and nobody to really actually tank up skill shots, tank up rise Qs. And now they're feeling that, and now C9 are in the lead.
Patiently waiting for the air or the big play. Right now, this is what P1's waiting for. Little free gold in their pocket as they'll be able to get the turret, but nothing to be worked off of this. If they get up and out of the base, they got to push up the waves.
And this right here is Meteos actually just zoning, saying, I see you, Contracts, I see you're low HP, so Contracts is going to try to heal up a bit. They're going to jump. Nope.
Whoa!
Impact's in. Frontliner's gone.
3v1 on the backside. Meteos actually almost coming up with big kills there. He tries to hover himself on the equalizer. And this is where they needed to find the rumble fight in the jungle. Sneaky Smoothie down. They look for impact. And Jensen Contracts holding hands, trying to win this fight. It looks good. Jensen could get in for some kills, but they would focus him too fast.
Yeah, they're like, screw Jensen, go mid. He could kill us. They're going to actually probably trade inhibitors here. Maybe two, because that top lane, we'll see.
They have quite a wave after they get this. Inhibitor's going to be down. They have the siege wave. They're going to be going for the base race on both sides. Contract tries to get in, and these are going to be the members for C9. Contract Jensen. One Nexus turn on their side. They're getting their minions are in.
What's Cloud9 doing? Ryu's there.
Ryu's going to be able to stop it. The call from Cloud9 costing them the game. Nexus going down in favor of P1. What a back and forth. And P1 are going to come out with the Game 1 win of the series.
You can see it on their faces. A desperate call from both teams. I would actually not be surprised to see him pick up one of these strange champions. They have a tank with the Olaf, but rounding out composition. There you go. So you can see here, Contracts actually went from his red buff to Raptors, and now he's going around topside. They don't expect him here. This is a weird route for Rengar to take.
Oh, nom. Ryu takes the distortion right back into first blood.
Yeah, because they expected him to be on bottom side of the map now. That is such a weird place for you to come from at that time when they knew you started topside. But now people are just saying, all right, we'll push him out, use all the mana early, and then eventually we'll get to the point where fake the lag. That's what you have to do. And here comes Contracts looking for Zig.
Bye, Scarl. Here goes Zig. Bola just misses. He pulls top. Yep, it's going to be the hit in from Contracts. He knew what he was doing. Comes out with a kill and gives Ray the assist. Doesn't want him to get in full, though.
Well,
so
you lose that trade, buddy.
Some wave. Ooh. Thought the minion wave was gone enough. Ryu goes in for an attack. And
might be enough.
Contracts comes in. Gets the flash out of Ryu.
Yeah, but Jensen would collapse a little bit faster, and it has level 6 and the ultimate.
Remember, Ryu's flash is down as he pulls.
All right.
Scary here.
Jungle fight. Oh!
Ooh, didn't expect that last hit to come back. Meteos hoping the passive would play in his favor. And a good hit by Contracts as they meet one-on-one. Oh. Whoa, and he gets stuck up in the minion, so he's got some time to play. Ulti. Nicely done as he rolls into Contracts, possibly giving himself enough room. And Scarl, obviously, jumping off will allow him that distance.
Meteos, though, I don't know, man. I thought
he's waiting for Ryu. Ryu's just off to the side. He's going to start hovering up now. May have attacked a little early. Ryu's going to have to distort over the wall. And here he comes to end it. Jensen? Meteos says that last fight wasn't how it should have gone. Undertow hits, and it could be another chain coming in from Ryu to lock him down. Cooldown's there. Distortion forward through the minions. Doesn't allow for the CC, but the auto follow-up does get the kill. 2 for 1. As you do mention, Meteos going down to the turret.
Yeah, that's exactly what P1 needed, too. They needed a kill on Jensen, and they needed to shut down Contracts. Not a lot of teams focus Jensen or Impact and shut down Contracts, but Contracts has been one of the guys that, you know, he'll perform pretty inconsistently. We'll see here. Oh, bad route from Ryu.
0 wards towards the middle, and that is going to be a thank you very much transfer of the blue buff. Goes to Jensen for, goes to Contracts for a refresh, not Jensen.
Oh, but the swap, though. Interrupting Ray, going for him. He's got
hits.
the smoke from Nami.
They are going to get it. Oh, riposte back. Shuts him down. Gets the hit from Nami to affect Arrow. And now they're going to be going out of Jensen in the mid lane. He gets out with the Realm Warp, causing a bit of chaos on the P1 side.
Meteos like, you back. You go all the way back.
Contracts did go down.
Yeah, so he'll see the nearest person, jumps in, tries to kill Ryu, but then, hey, Meteos from the side, pops the ultimate for extra damage, can't be CC'd. changes targets before the last turret shot, knows that he's going to die there.
Yep.
It was the first turret as well, so now they get complete control of the top side. Smoothie, though.
Bloop.
Drink him right up.
A little trouble breathing underwater there for Smoothie as he goes down. Sneaky now exhausted to keep him in range. Undertow hits from Meteos to follow-up damage. Meteos is on the tank, so this one works out perfectly.
Wow.
And they are out.
That's just a super clean dive there. These are the types of dives that you would see in games where you don't have a goal pretty much even. And hold on, Zig, look for contracts. Other way around. You did root him.
He's like, oh, that's still, it worked.
I did that.
Sometimes you want it, you don't. You want to go back in. They do, however, pressure Zig out of that.
Oh, Jensen does have flash. Does he think? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
Just on the edge.
Oh, Jensen! Is he going to get CC'd?
He got locked up, then he got popped up. Oh, put himself in the tidal wave. Meteos with the undertow. Finds it in the axe throwing competition. And now it's going to be the challenge from Ray. He says, who wants to fight me? He's not able to get that last one. Oh, back over the wall. Ebb and Flow keeps Ryu alive, but Ray is also dashing over the wall. Now on to Zig as he tries to take down Contracts, but there are too many targets to focus. He is flung off. Arrow trying to fire back with Mystic Shots as the curtain is called, and will it end anyone? A great step forward from Adrian.
Oh,
sneaky in for not a final shot. He's got all four to go through. And 2 for 2 as that one fizzles out.
Yep. Arrow trying to defend this turret here. Doesn't have wave foot, doesn't have the ultimate just yet. If he can land some Qs, he might get it back in time, but no, they're just going to let this turret fall.
Smoothie focusing on the turret. Sneaky trying to just apply the last bit of damage, and it is down. Oh, you had to know that was coming. Adrian caught up. Sneaky reading that one perfectly.
He's got an indicator and everything underneath his health bar, but sometimes you just don't think it's going to be enough. And the laugh, too. The laugh to boot from Ryu is like, look at this. This looks great. Starts it again, but Meteos is already there. And Jensen called the bluff there. And Adrian.
What a prediction. Just kidding. Just kidding.
It was a wave to cut off options so that he couldn't run down. He had to run up or use his ultimate there. You give Meteos an inch. He's going to take a foot.
He comes back.
Look at that.
Ragnarok is on, and they have the chase. Bear Trap going to lock down. They're going to leave this one to Meteos so Zig can turn back onto Jensen. They're going to cut him off now as Meteos' goal side, but actually turns into the bad side as Cloud9 starts to pinch in on him. Ray is going to be able to take that one down as you see Arrow firing off some damage. Call comes in. Deadly Flourish hit on the Zig.
Ray in the back.
He's locked in. Ryu as well trying to zero out Sneaky. A lot of 3-letter R's. It's all right.
We've seen Titanic Hydra for the extra auto attack reset. Because if you dismount and you have your violent tendencies up. Oh, nice steal. Oh, ghosting. He's looking for him. Ryu's not done.
And now
whoa, he's really not done.
Chain on to Ray. We're going to have to welcome all the viewers from NALCS 2 here as we get into a fight. It is on to Ryu now as Ray feels like he wants to turn this one around for a kill, seeing Meteos from the other side. Jensen and the rest of the team on the top side here adding pressure. See how E1 can respond.
And Meteos. Oh, whoa, Arrow. But there's the help.
Tidal wave. This could still be a dead Adrian. That's one final shot, and there it is. Oh! It's going to be the play-in as well. The Realm Warp coming in from Jensen to get into range. Now Meteos looks to clean up the fight. Ryu as well. The sigil on to Jensen. And now they look for Contracts. Contracts Q's back. May give them a little bit more distance to do the damage. But Ray has the focus. The team is saying, yes, we're in a fight, but keep it calm and keep pushing the lanes.
And you can see Ray continues to shove up here, but then Zig will get to these fights faster. The crit comes through. You'll crit the first person that you have that vision on. And then Adrian takes all the shots. Even absorbed that last one, too. You can see his outline. It's pretty creepy.
But he's not really there.
Yeah, he's always watching. It's just...
Oh, nice distortion step over. He thought he was going to chain right away. Ray is trying to dodge left and right. Tip, dodge. Ray almost stays alive.
He's out.
Meteos is going to make it out alive on this one.
Hold on, though. Speaking of dying and living, this bush.
Muramana now finished up for Arrow. And just about the same amount of time we saw Sneaky's last game.
Oh, there's the ulti.
He's rolling through. You can see they're flying behind. Here comes Arrow. It's going to be Jensen now going down immediately as Thunderlords strikes him. And now they're on to Sneaky. They're going to have to slalom through a few minions, but Smoothie is next if they even need to. The minion wave is just behind them after they go for the Baron attempt.
Even right as that fight was happening, but this might be a straw that breaks the camel's back and P1 start getting a lead.
No contest for the Baron coming in. The shield, you can see Smoothie wasn't even trying to attack Ryu. He knew he had the distance and the close. They take out Contracts. Solo there for Ryu. And the Baron is going to go over to P1. Once again, Phoenix 1 coming out strong. Actually nicely dodging out the warding path.
Oh, there's the engage. And got one. But it's a zoning ult.
Yeah, it also brings everybody who wasn't 2 feet away closer.
Yep.
14 to 11. P1 just flexing their muscles as they get inside the base here.
Oh, why are they sticking around?
Contracts tries to fight this one. That's the exhaust out distortion forward on Contracts. They are pulling the trigger on C9's base. Ray has to back from the top side.
You did it too!
And he teleports into this one. Can't actually get himself into the fight to do any damage. He's just there for power and numbers. And here comes the next minion wave, Baroned up by P1's previous moves.
Yep.
And one more next
6 against TPN.
Yep.
Went back for home guard, went to get full HP. They're trying to take down the #1 team.
It's going to be a lockdown. Smoothie misses. He goes for the focus onto Zig. Nexus first down.
Nexus.
There's nothing that Cloud9's going to be able to do from top to second. An 0-2 week for C9, and P1 comes up with the victory over Cloud9 in 2 games.